Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share about one of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested. Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 50-year-old Arizona resident Lisa Homer was a Republican candidate for the Yakima Board of Commissioners back in 2018, or Yakima. Not sure how you pronounce that. So sorry, guys. In October of 2020, just days before the presidential election, Homer posted on Instagram. She shared a photo of a man holding a bundle of dynamite, and she wrote, quote, "Let's blow shit up." And I think the space button must be broken on this woman's keyboard because everything she writes is just one long word. I'm not joking. There are literally no spaces in any of her captions. Anyway, in November of 2020, Homer shared a photo of an injured Proud Boys member, and she wrote, quote, "Fuck Antifa." And in December of 2020, Homer shared an image of the Proud Boys logo with the words, quote, "Waking Up" written on it. So she's clearly delusional. She clearly likes men with violent criminal histories. On January 6th, she was seen on video. She was marching to the Capitol with the Proud Boys and chanting along with them, quote, "Our house." She was seen in a later video within the restricted area of the Capitol grounds, confronting officers and taunting them. And then Homer was also seen on video entering and inside the Capitol. She was wearing a tactical vest, and just prior to entering the building, she pulled up her neck gaiter and she put on goggles and a helmet. So clearly preparing for something. On January 27th, Homer posted an image of the Michigan election map, or not the election map, but a version of it. She posted this on Instagram and she captioned it, quote, "Stolen election." It was like all red, showing that, Trump won everything. Again, no spaces between the words, no hashtags. So the same day, Homer shared a photo of a soldier who was standing guard in DC, and she captioned that one, quote, "Hostile takeover." When the FBI searched her home, they located the clothing and then other items that she wore on January 6th. They also found guns, a glass breaking device, a Proud Boys sweatshirt, a book about QAnon, and 2 books about the deep state. When the FBI interviewed Homer, she claimed that she was in DC because she was a patriot and she was, quote, "in the wrong place at the wrong time." Took a plane ride to get there, but she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then she told them that she only wore a helmet because she previously suffered a traumatic brain injury when her ex-husband hit her back in 2013. Homer was arrested on November 26th. She was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. On August 9th of this year, Homer pleaded guilty to the parading charge. She was sentenced the same day, and she was facing a sentence of up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and up to $5,000 in fines. Although the prosecutor was seeking only 30 days in jail, 3 months of probation, 60 hours of community service, and $500 in restitution. Unfortunately, there's no publicly available information about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden presided over this case. As you guys all likely know from my bitching about this guy, he's a Trump appointee. He's a Trump suck-up. He rarely holds these people accountable unless they disrespect him. They can do whatever they want to lawmakers, to the Capitol, to police, but, he's good with that. But if they don't do what he says, then they might face some consequences. So it was no surprise to me that McFadden sentenced Homer to only 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, a $5,000 fine, and a $500 restitution fee. Following Homer's sentencing, she was interviewed by the Yakima Herald Republic news outlet. She praised Judge McFadden. She called him a constitutionalist. And although she admitted entering the Capitol was one of the, quote, dumbest things that she had ever done in her life, she still believes the election was stolen. She told a reporter, quote, "He got 8 million ballots, but he didn't get 8 million more votes." I find it hilarious that she wears a hat or hats, because I've seen her in several pictures wearing hats that say lions, not sheep. Only sheep would follow the herd into the building, and only sheep would still believe Trump's lies. But keep wearing that hat. I'm sure some people will still buy it. Lion my ass. Anyway, lion, but not lion, not the animal. Lion for sure. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.